Earlier this week, Kanye West published something in the Wall Street Journal titled "To Those Who I've Hurt," and in that letter, he describes that he's had traumatic brain injury, he has severe bipolar disorder that was untreated for a very long time, and that a lot of his behavior and his anti-Semitism and his erratic kind of behavior was a result of a lot of these issues going on with him, both psychiatrically and neurologically. Now, he also, just to be clear, writes that explanation is not exoneration. So he's not saying, like, I don't need to say I'm sorry because of how I acted when I was sick. He's saying that despite the fact that I was sick, that still doesn't make my actions and the harm I caused any less painful. So, as a psychiatrist, I feel like I have a special sort of perspective on bipolar illness and what people really look like when they're manic. And I will tell you, for anyone who's worked in inpatient psychiatry, you've definitely met people who were actively, floridly manic. One of the key elements of someone who is in a manic episode is the complete lack of insight, but not lack of organization, or they're not paranoid, they're not hearing voices. They are very convinced of what is going on in their reality. Meaning, I'm the president of this hospital, you work for me and God have a special connection, I can control the weather. And they're not saying this to be funny, they're not saying this to even try to convince me. They're in a place where that's their reality, and me questioning that, it's like a waste of their time. It's like, why are you even talking to me about this? And there's a saying in inpatient psychiatry, which is you meet every patient twice. Once when they're very sick and they're floridly psychotic, floridly manic, or deeply depressed, and then you meet them when those symptoms resolve. And a lot of times, people with mania, severe mania, will come back and say, Dr. Alfar, I just want to say thank you for treating me kindly, even though I was like actively cursing you out, and I told you I'm God and that you're a slave and X, Y, and Z. And there's been a lot of dialogue about whether or not we should forgive or accept Kanye West's apology for this behavior. And to that I say, if there is no path for redemption for people who do wrong, they will never have a reason to not do wrong.